Yeah.
There's this kid in my school.
Wait, how does he know my name?
Because Andrew doesn't call it to you like every 30 seconds.
No, he calls me Harry Muscle.
No, hold on, I gotta spit out my gun. But, okay, there's this kid in my school named Shelly. Who's, I think he's mentally retarded, but it's not quote-unquote official. But he tells the most retarded stories about
suicide.
thinking he's apparently the best thing in the world. But he's dead serious about all this stuff, though. Remember that throughout all the stories that I tell you. We were sitting there one day. He told us a story of how he wrestled his way out of a bear's stomach when he was 2 years old. Of how he got in a fight with a bear, was eaten, and then cut himself out with a knife that he concealed on him. Dead serious. And
That's
when
obviously true.
When we tried to question him about it, we're like, that didn't happen. He's like, no, you're just jealous because it didn't happen to you. He got, like, severely pissed off at us. We were like, what the fuck? And so we just started going along with it, calling him and just laughing at him behind his back. Okay, well, he starts coming up with even, like, worse stories. He comes in one day, and he's late for class. And Coker asked him, she's like, well, where were you, Shelly? He's like, oh, I'm sorry I'm late. He's like, I just feed my kangaroo. We're like, oh god. Somebody goes, where do you have kangaroos at, Shelly? He's like, in Africa, of course. Imagine Napoleon Dynamite. Yeah, kind of imagine that, and you kind of got shit. And he goes, we're like, well, how did you get to Africa and back? He's like, with my jet car, of course. We're like, you don't have a jet car, Shelly. He's like, well, not anymore. He's like, we're like, well, what happened to it, Shelly? He's like, I had to sell it. My mom needed gas money this morning. Because we were like, well, why don't you show it to us, Shelly? He's like, I don't have it anymore. He's like, my mom needed it for gas money this morning. I was like, oh, don't you mean your mom's, Shelly? Because his mom's a lesbian. I was like, okay. And then Miss Coker yelled at me. She's like, Collin. I was like, I'm sorry, Miss Coker. Anyway, later on, you know how last year the Patriots won the Super Bowl or something like that? I can't remember. He comes in.
It's like Saints or something.
Suicide.
No, but I'm pretty sure the Patriots won. But anyway, he comes in one day, and we were getting ready for our chorus concert. He goes, I'm doing something. Hold on a second. And he goes, you get Shelly and like 2 other people to go down there and go, get, the chairs and start setting them up. He goes, yeah, sure, I'll go. And they just go and start going down there. And about 20 minutes later, they're still not back. And Miss Coker asks this kid named Skylar, who's always my best. And she's like, well, where are they at? She's like, oh, they're having them actually, like, set them up and move them around and helping them arrange them and stuff. And then he stops for a second. He goes, except for Shelly. Shelly's down there talking about how he coached the Patriots, how he's so rich now. Miss Coker looks at us and goes, not one of you will say a word about this. And she walks away a couple steps and goes, because I want to. Well, Shelly comes in about 10 minutes later, and she goes, Shelly? She goes, can I borrow a couple $1,000? He's like, what are you talking about? I don't have $1,000. And she's like, well, I thought you said you coached the Patriots. You should have a lot of money from the Super Bowl y'all just won. And he's like, oh, yeah. He's like, yeah, sure, I can give you money. He's like, well, weren't you the one the other day asking me to borrow $20 so that you could get one of the T-shirts? He's like, no. And she'd entered a beauty contest thing a while back, and won it and got like $1,000 and a makeover and stuff. And he goes, no. He goes, I was wondering if you won your wet T-shirt contest thing if I could just borrow like $10 one day. And she and her mouth just like dropped open. And somebody goes, "That's messed up, Shelly." And he goes, "Well, I'm not gonna lie, she's got a nice body." To the teacher. Dead serious. And we were like, "What the fuck?" And she goes, and Miss Coker was trying to lighten the mood. We were all like open mouthed. We're like, "What the fuck?" He goes, she's like, "I have a sneaking suspicion that I won't have to pay for dinner tonight." And he goes, "Any place you want, baby." Yeah. Yeah. And we were sitting there one day, and he tried to convince us that Monopoly money was real money.
They just painted over it.
Yeah, he was like throwing it around. In fact, I think I'm going to start like keeping a fucking journal of the things that Shelly said and use them in a damn comedy routine.